Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our high-tech low lives. I am W. Adam Clark. My fun question mark fact is, as many of you know, I am from Philadelphia area. As some of you know, I spent the last 15-ish years living in Northeast Philly. And as some of you that may Venn diagramly interact in those circles or not may know, there was a aircraft what fell down go boom yesterday in Philly, and where it landed was 1.6 miles away from my old house. So I have spent the last an hour before we went on stream. So that was fun. I have spent most of the last 24 hours checking up with my homeboys in the hood, and nobody that I know was injured or otherwise affected, with the exception of the fact that that section of Cotman and the Bully are shut down today, which 90% of the traffic in the Northeast moves through that intersection. So that has caused issues, but those are temporary issues, unlike death, which has a habit of being permanent. So my fun fact is everyone I know is okay.
Good.
And that's where I'm at. How's everybody else?
I'm glad everyone's okay.
Yeah. Anybody that wants any more information about it, feel free to hit me privately. I literally, I had a buddy of mine from Philly hit me up yesterday about an hour before the show was supposed to start. He was like, hey, have you heard what went down? And yesterday being yesterday in general, I was like, I'm sorry, there's a list of 5 things that I know that you could be referencing, and you need to be more specific. And that he was like, the plane that just went down in Roosevelt. And I was like, okay, there's a 6th one. Let me go check. So, in short, fuck yesterday. How's everybody else doing?
Hello, my name is Jerica. Jenny Outrageous on Twitch and Twitter, and Blue Sky and stuff. I am playing Neon Jubilee, our trans rocker girl who has made friends recently. Multiple friends.
It's all about your friends.
Yeah. Since then, I've mostly just been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth, 7 Rebirth, which has been great. And still playing Yakuza, and that's pretty much it. I'm just waiting for Civilization 7 to come out.
Oh my god. I know so many people that are waiting on that thing.
And Monster Hunter. They've come out at the same time, which is really annoying, so I can choose. Anyway, that's me.
Anybody else?
I'll go.
Okay.
Hello everyone, Morgoth the Wizard here. I am playing X1R1, your local netrunner. My character is a basket case, and hopefully we'll explore more of their chaotic personality tonight. My fun fact is I actually like Magic the Gathering, and we cracked a joke about it earlier, and I'm like, you know what, that would be an awesome combo, but I just nerded out for a minute. So if anyone likes Magic, hit me up, let me know. Alright, I'm gonna tag someone else to tag.
What's your favorite deck?
Ooh, I actually like triple color, so I run Bant, white, blue, and green.
Okay.
Yeah. Enchantments, but yeah.
Well, hello. My name is Sunny, Sunburst Wolf Dog on Blue Sky and Red Note. And I guess my fun fact is that my mini tower PC has completely killed itself for some reason. I had no inkling, no clue that anything was wrong. It would kick up its fan sometimes when I was working with Foundry, but like this thing had been working perfectly and smoothly the whole time, and now it is in fact so fucked up. I cannot even open a start screen to fix it. It just gets stuck in a blue screen boot loop and will not go anywhere else. So I'm on the backup laptop, the little laptop that could at the moment, on both Discord and Foundry, and if it cannot handle both of those, then I will abandon Discord on this thing and go onto my phone and just run the Foundry on here. But I can still do. That's the important thing. So I guess I'm gonna figure out what happened to my 1 month old laptop that I spent $850 on at some point, but I'll get to that later. Right now we got a game to do.
Yeah. Better for it to break on month 1 than month 7.
I mean, there is
I
that.
speak from experience.
Quite. Mm.
I remember when I built this this PC that I'm currently using. When I first got the parts in, the motherboard was dead.
Yep.
So
Oh, fun.
Oh.
I had to replace that immediately.
For those who know Scorched Ace, he's one of my mods, long-term friend in our Tuesday campaign. He built a PC probably 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And had such a problem with it that it took him 3 years to get the thing to not just randomly blue screen on him. And he replaced the motherboard repeatedly. He replaced the memory repeatedly. He replaced the memory with different types of chips, making sure that they were on the approved list for that MOBO multiple times, and it just he couldn't fix it. I couldn't fix it. His guy that's better than him couldn't fix it. Morden couldn't help him fix it. Just nothing. It was a terrible money sink for a while.
I have a friend that's sort of like that, but it's for like gaming stuff where like whenever there's an issue with a game that comes out, it'll always affect him.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is or why. He always gets affected by the worst technical issues of every PC release. It's been happening to him for years now. It's in some way it's kind of funny, but also I'm sad.
Okay. Hey, folks. I'm the old bacon eater. I'm old, eat bacon. I play games badly. I'm known as the old bacon here. I'm Blue Sky, and that's about it. Fun fact. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't sound quite as bad
You
as I
don't.
did last week. I actually went back to the doctor to be smart. Thankfully, it's not pneumonia, it's just sinusitis. So we caught it early. Yay. Having said that, yeah, I'm still going to sound weird for a bit. Sorry.
No, it wasn't lupus.
Yeah, it wasn't lupus. So that's a plus. Hey everyone, W Editor Clark here. Just letting you all know that there may be some strange jumps or clips in the video, and that's because we had a number of streaming problems, including the streaming PC just straight up crashing on us 3 times during this episode. So if things jump or are a little bit harder to follow than normal, I apologize. We have done the best we can to recreate the intended experience. And fortunately, knock on wood, this hasn't happened since the filming of this episode. So going forward, I think the problem is solved. All right. So what happened in session 4? because we're all the way up to 5.
Fight.
A lot of
Trauma.
people died.
Drama, a lot of violence, and then y'all made friends, or a friend, very very close friend now.
Okay.
I made 2 friends.
I was going to say, why can't we be friends? Why can't... No, I'm not going to do that, sorry.
Before we continue, a little bit of
Oh, yes.
housekeeping real quick. This is a show about desperate, terrible times, which will force desperate and terrible people to do desperate and terrible things. This show will contain blood, violence, sexual situations, drug use, abuse, forced or coerced situations, and likely every possible combination of those words you can think of. We do not condone these acts, but offer them as a warning, much as we do not condone our own world becoming the dystopian nightmare that this game is set in. If you enjoy our programs, but this one makes you uncomfortable and you feel you cannot watch, please do not watch. Visit our other shows, say hi. We will not take offense to you choosing not to be here. If this program makes you feel uncomfortable, but you feel a need to watch for some reason, please continue to watch only so long as the show speaks to you, as it may be something that you need to hear for some reason. As always, do not hurt yourself on our account. If this program does not make you feel uncomfortable, welcome to the dystopia of the near now. We don't have cookies, but we do have chips. If you ever feel you have become uncomfortable, please reevaluate your viewership. This show will be immediately demonetized on YouTube for all of the above reasons. If you wish to contribute, please consider subscribing through Twitch, Streamloots, or Patreon. Consider donations to the channel. Consider buying Streamloot cards for yourself or for the community. However, please never contribute more than you can afford. Charity must begin at home, so make sure that your own home is taken care of first. We love your face more than we love your money. We want you here for a long time, not a short, profitable one. Also, when you see that image in the bottom corner or see people post it into chat, that is the Bacon Just Corpse drinking game. We do not condone playing the Bacon Just Corpse drinking game. You will die. So, after the Nazis showed up to kill you because you had transgendered people in your band and you beat the shit out of them, burning 6 of them alive with an incendiary hand grenade and ripping the
That wasn't us.
That wasn't us. That wasn't us, man. And ripping the arm off of one of the Nazis before basically kidnapping her from a legal perspective. All of that was you guys.
Hey, Elvis Presley burned those guys. It wasn't us.
Yeah,
It was
David
not
Bowie, actually.
Elvis Presley. It was David Bowie.
we saved them.
Elvis Presley
God, it's not
karate
a
kicked a
great.
Nazi in the face. Somebody
And I also
as I said that, somebody somewhere just
Oh, no.
checked off a box
No.
on their bingo card.
And also, I actually met up and made
Oh, Discord's
Friends.
hitting us.
with that studio exec.
Yeah, you
Morgoth Wizard has purchased 10 packs.
I met Jack.
you met Jack Masters, who is a record exec, who has previously worked with Samurai. He's also a colorful individual.
You made friends by, in the nicest way possible, saying, "You disgust me. Don't talk to me again."
And he basically responded with, "Oh, you've got morals. Well, that's good for business."
He caught me at a weird time. Okay?
You caught me at a weird time. I was trying to make friends with Nazis.
if Thorn wasn't deep in dissociation, they might have questioned why she was being so rude to a network exec.
You okay over there, Bacon?
And oh yes, by the way,
Dying
that was a
yet?
yes.
When is that episode going to get posted?
I am currently editing it. It should have been up today, but I've had a week, so it will probably be
you're
up in the
fine.
next day or two.
Mhm.
Okay.
I did get up an episode today, ironically not for this stream, but for Across... Wait, what? That's not saying right. Across Stars! So that got done. The show is a little bit behind. I am just about to the break, so I've got about 2 hours worth of editing left to do. It's a one-man show, folks. Ooh. Hi, Shiny.
That one's 48. My math was off before.
Fair enough.
There it is. Okay. There's a lot of lag on my rolls, but they do work. So
Hey, you know what?
it's just testing that out.
If they make it in, they make it in. If it fits, it fits. We'll make do. It is the aftermath of a fight, of a hard fight following a hard fight. And at present, both Thorn and Cherry need some downtime in order to heal. Thorn is going to be out of commission for basically 5 days.
I have a potion for Thorn. That's right.
You don't. No. Put that potion down. Put it down.
Dexy is going to be out
No.
of commission for 8 days.
Put that potion down. You let them sit.
Now, the way this works...
You save those for when I'm in an actual fight, so that I don't die. Okay, it's a better use of them.
The way this works, just so everybody knows, is you can... If you are in a serious injury, you can engage in roleplay situations without incurring any penalty. However, your movement is basically halved, which in Thorn's case means down to human levels. And any use of of any skills that are not conversation based, like doing anything physical at all that requires rolling, means that you don't get to heal that day. Once you are into a light injury, you can basically do anything other than be involved in an initiative based scenario. Like, you can be lightly injured and need to lift a heavy object and still do it. You can be lightly injured and need to bargain with people and still do it. You could be lightly injured and work out. But anything that would require initiative or attack rolls or evasion rolls would in fact make you not able to heal for that day.
Wait, so what happened to Dexy? Cherry got shot up. Did Dexy happen to Dexy too?
I said the wrong name. I meant Cherry.
Okay.
Dexy is fine. Cherry needs 8 days.
I think Cherry got treated by the med people,
Yes.
though, and then Thorn just got treated by Vega because Thorn would only let Vega treat them.
Right.
So Cherry is more fucked up than Thorn, but I think she might heal faster than them just because of all the drugs they're pumping into her.
That, with all of the drugs that they were pumping into her, Cherry needs 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
She was not in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That being said, is there anything else that anybody wants to do on this night? This night being Sunday the 5th. Or is everybody just going to, from this point out, go home, take it easy, and figure out what's going on with the world tomorrow?
I'm gonna go back to my house.
I think it's I think I do the job that I was hired to do and
Okay.
get everybody home where the hospital is necessary, and then turn it in. Well-
Neon, does either Neon or any of the other girls in the band call Naani and explain to her what just happened?
Yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah,
Do you need
I would-
my phone for that?
because you're the only one that has you have a phone, so
Yeah.
I'll let you borrow it. I'm not in the
Mhm.
talkie mood, but you can just have that for a bit.
yeah, I'll call up Nalani.
Okay. You call Nalani's phone, and it rings through to her voicemail. Hi, this is Hi, this is Nalani. I'm not able to receive calls at the moment. Leave a message, and I will get back to you I will get back to you as soon as possible. Beep.
Hey, Nalani. Some stuff came up. The concert went well, like really well. Unfortunately, a couple of those RCL guys jumped us in the back and started a fight. Cherry's been hospitalized. Thorn is also not great. And some guy named Jack Masters wants to sign me to a record label. He seemed to know you. Get back to me when you can. Bye.
Nalani's gonna pick up the phone tomorrow and just like get this fucking 1,000-yard stare.
That's going to be a matter of get halfway through that message and oh shit, I just lost my meal.
This is gonna be my morning. I'm just be like, hello, what the fuck?
Okay, so Neon said that she's going back to her place tonight, correct? Or were you?
I kind of look over it. I kind of look over at Thorn and just. Do you want me to come back with you, or do you want me to just be at my place?
Thorn looks at Tagger like the answer is I don't want her to come over, but I don't want to tell her that.
Give me a persuasion and fast talk roll, which you have none of.
Come on, Tagger. Let me scare away the hose. Please, man. There's the skill. Jesus Christ.
And he will roll human
3 to 5 business minutes.
And he will roll human perception. While talking to Neon, you kind of like side eye over towards Tagger, and he just kind of looks back over and he was like, I don't know. I think it's my time. My turn for the bed. So, because I mean, if nothing else, we don't want Thorn, bleeding on the sheets or nothing. So I'm calling the bed tonight.
Oh, I was gonna say you two sleep together. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll go back to my place.
For NPC reference, in terms of you two sleep together, it hasn't not happened. But like, they don't fuck, but. At least not anymore, but like...
But cuddles occur.
Does it count as fucking if it's only because there was another person there? Or, like, they don't fuck just the two of them. But then there's this third girl they used to both date. And sometimes, if they make eye contact during, they have to high five, but, they just...
Right.
They do it.
There goes Bacon.
In you and Tiger's situation, the labias didn't touch, so it's not gay.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if A is fucking B and C is fucking B, that does not necessarily mean that A is fucking C. Just saying.
They cuddle, but they keep their
I don't know.
Okay, no.
Honestly, at that point, that just sounds like a whole bunch of fucking A. Anyway. Sorry, I had to do it. Not nearly as good.
You're a creature of the 90s.
It's Schrodinger's maybe this is kind of gay. They don't fuck unless there's another girl there, and they don't kiss unless there's a homophobe with an eye shot that they need to piss off.
Always
That's
valid.
their relationship.
We have not previously discussed where Neon lives or what her place looks like. So,
that's fair point.
As Grouch is dropping Neon off, what do we see?
I remember right. Neon has a cube in Studio City. So, it looks like a cube apartment, like nothing's fancy. At Studio City, though, I'm assuming it looks kind of like Hollywoody, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Studio City has a lot of old style, like Art Deco architecture still in it. It tries to be very Hollywood. Most of it was built in an attempt to resemble the golden age of cinema. So most of the buildings have a decent amount of glitz or glitter to them. So it's a very tall, high-rise apartment building that is full of conapps and cubes, and probably only 1 or 2 floors of coffins on probably the 4th and 5th floor.
Yeah, so it's almost like a cheap knockoff of like a Disneyland Main Street kind of building.
Yeah.
And yeah, Neon will just kind of drop off there.
Cool.
Thanks, the guys. Gives Thorn another squeeze and heads out.
Everyone heads to your respective locations without further difficulty, and we will make it all the way to the 6th.
There's like 15 different loot cards being thrown into this.
Oh, you have no idea how many loot cards have been played. Most of them were played before the show started.
The news cast today after.
Not to mention the loot that we already well and truly are aware of.
Yep.
Just coming home to
and then still about in a few. Was it a few days or a couple of weeks? I should hear from Grim about the.
It would have been in a couple days.
Okay. So
I do think it's some. I don't know how much we got, but I think Neon is definitely going to want to try and build up an armor, like an armor set for her to armor up her outfits, just in case.
Sure. No, absolutely.
Because she has a Kevlar jacket right now, but she needs like the rest of it, the arms and legs and stuff.
No, I made sure not to sell any of the good armor. I kept the armored pants for this reason specifically. Do you just want to take the pants now?
Sure. Yeah.
Were there pants?
The armored jeans, I think it is.
Oh, right. Yeah. They're really fancy, actually.
Gibson Battle Gear Armored Jeans.
Yep.
I think it's a name brand.
It is a name brand.
Are they
SP16 and no EV.
Are they branded with RCL stuff?
No.
Okay. we have to spend money to alter all of the like swastikas and lightning bolts off of them.
The only things you really have a problem with would be like if somebody wanted to use like any of their cyber limbs, they all use that very specific blood red chrome. So that would be something that you would have to specifically pay to alter, fix, paint over, sandblast, whatever. But other than that, you're pretty much okay.
Sleep on the couch and wait for my phone to ring in the morning because I know it's gonna happen.
All right, let me.
And then, does everyone have at least medium armor jackets, or are people still rocking light?
I think I'm covered.
Well, I
Pretty
had
certain
20s
I'm
all
still-
around. They're like 19s and 18s all around now. But
Oh, so you're good.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm more than fine. That's the only reason I'm not dead.
Then I would like to upgrade to one of the mediums. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I already have Kevlar on. Kevlar vest.
Yep. You can get the light jacket, which would give you 14 on the arms, with no movement penalty, or you can get the medium jacket, which would give you a reflex penalty because it's bulky, but would give you 18s.
I would like to be bulky and more protected.
All right. And Neon, would you like a light jacket?
You have a light one. Yeah.
Neon should be fixed, and
Are we gonna be like? Do I need to worry about like micromanaging all of this stuff, or are we just gonna assume we generally have the armor on, regardless of what we're wearing?
I'm going to sort of movie it, which means generally assume that you can generally assume that you will have time to get the armor on and whatnot, except for situations where you specifically won't. And then I will tell you, and it will be kind of obvious, like, you know, if you're in bed and your apartment gets attacked, obviously you don't have your heavy gear on. If you are on stage and Adam Smasher starts shooting at the stage, obviously you don't have your armor on. Other than that, generally assume that unless it's a situation where you specifically shouldn't, vis-a-vis no one goes swimming in plate mail. That was actually a Dragon magazine article back in the day. Unless it's a situation where you shouldn't, generally we'll assume that you do. Or unless it's a situation where you specifically say, I want to look good, I'm wearing this right now. Then you've specifically said you're not wearing it because you're not expecting to need it, and then if you get caught flat-footed, well, you got caught flat-footed.
Okay.
I've had many players that would argue against that. Players can argue all they want. The great thing is my title is literally referee. That means I get to make the final decision.
I mean, that's true.
All right.
I 100% agree.
Bandana and a sweater vest. And a small tag that goes around your left big toe.
We'll turn all of your armored clothes into pull-off pants, so that you can just rip them off right when you get on stage. Yeah, and then just go out the curtain, and then as soon as you get into the wing of the stage, you just slip them back on.
You know, that's a strong look. That is a strong look.
We really can't argue with that. That's just kind of awesome.
9 o'clock in the morning on Monday the 6th. Neon. Someone is... we just mentioned situations where you don't have your armor on. Neon, you wake up to someone like beating on your door at 9 in the morning.
I'm putting my armor on.
Loudly and violently. And you're like, fuck this. Brand new Gibson Battle Gear jeans. They're very fashionable. They look good. And slip on the battle jacket. And as you go to the door...
Does the door have a peephole?
Yes. It has that Fifth Element view screen to the side where you can... and a camera mounted above the door. Okay,
I'm going to turn that on first.
Okay. What you see standing at the door is Nalani.
Oh, okay. I open the door.
You're like, hey, I don't need to kill you. That's nice.
I take a deep breath and then open the door.
As you open the door, Nalani kind of rushes in. Like as you're opening the door, she's like still knocking on the door, and as you swing the door open, she's like keeps knocking in through the door as she walks into the room. And she was like, oh my god, you guys got into like a serious firefight out back in out of the back of the Illusion? Where was Mammoth? Where was security? Is everybody okay? Where's Cherry? Where's Thorn?
I told you, Cherry is. She's at her. Would she be at her place? Like, or where would they take Cherry?
She probably went back to her place just to rest, because hospitals are stupidly expensive, and it's actually easier for her to be taken care of by Strider if she's not in a medical facility than if she is.
Yeah.
So,
Cherry and Thorn are both at home, as far as I'm aware. Thankfully, that guy Jack Masters, I think you know him. I don't know. He had a drama team card, so they were able to get Cherry up pretty quickly before she bled out. So she's
good. Well, at least that was it. I mean, Jack is nothing if not always prepared. So
yeah.
So Cherry's going to be okay?
Cherry should be okay. She's just need like a week or so to rest and let the machines do their thing. Thorn's gonna Vega Striker. I don't know if you know her. Grouch is that guy we hired to drive us
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is a medical person, and she got Thorn patched up. So they're probably gonna be in bed for a bit, but otherwise we're okay.
All right.
A little shaken up and everything, but yeah. Apparently, RCL decided to invade the territory and shoot up us for playing at the illusion. I don't know why they care about that, but it's not their place.
Because they're stupid ass Nazis, and the only thing they care about is doing stupid ass Nazi things.
Yeah, but there's being Nazis on your own turf, and then being Nazis by invading other gangs' turf. That's like cause for war, right?
I mean, it's certainly not gonna help anything on the north side of the city. That's for sure. But everybody's all right. Everybody's fine.
As far as I'm aware,
Okay.
everyone else is fine. I mean, the thing I'm worried about right now, though, is that Grouch. So it turns out he's ex-military, and he apparently has hooked himself up to his vehicle. It's some kind of rigger thing. I'm not
Okay. Yeah.
entirely.
Rigged. Yeah. I know. I've known a few people that rigged before. That's a thing.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure of the details, but apparently he's been doing that for a very long time and is still doing it because his current Humvee that he drives has that to him. But it's taking a toll on his heart. And we actually had a heart attack scare right before the show, or at least like a day or two before the show with Grouch, and his heart apparently is not doing great. So we might need to look into getting him a new one. I think they have some leads on that, but I was thinking if we can, once Sherry gets healed up stuff, maybe we could do some press work with doing a fundraiser or something, helping
A charity show.
because a charity show, and plus, Grouch is a veteran, so that's also points there too.
That's like bonus points. I mean, I'm not saying that that we'll use this as an opportunity to, propel the band based on his condition, but I'm just saying that, his condition can kind of help the band get some notoriety. The band can help him get, some surgery, and everyone can kind of work. Everybody benefits. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, obviously I want to help him because he's my friend. I'm not trying not to sound so clinical about it. Here's a opportunity for business.
Right.
He is my friend, and he seems like a good guy, and I want to help him.
All right.
But also, on the other side, I know you are more business savvy than I am, and I figured you'd see the whatever brand value it has as far as helping out a poor veteran get a new heart or something because the corpo screwed him over.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, it's even when business is clean, it's dirty, right? And philanthropy is the new advertising. So, yeah, I'll tell you what. We can set this up for when you know what's going on with him more than I do. If we need to move faster, I can set this up for, a week, 2 weeks from now. If you want me to really get the most on this and have it have the biggest impact and have the biggest show we can, I'm probably going to need about 3 weeks to get everything set up. But we can make this work.
That's fine. Our other friend, X1, they work with Grouch, and they might have their own tools too. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah. So, I know you keep telling me I need to get a phone, and I agree with you, but it's just they're very expensive. But I do think I'm starting to need one. And is there any way we can look into something to get like something for you to contact me more easily, for me to contact my friends more easily?
Yeah, I can look into a couple options, see if we can even get, some kind of a family plan for the whole band or something. I'll see what I can do in regards to that as well.
Yeah. Because this is starting to get pretty big.
I mean, that's the goal. And I mean, Jack, speaking of getting big, Jack Masters?
Yeah, he liked me. On everything aside from all of the gang stuff, and also there was a Cyberpsycho. Aside from all that stuff,
Wait, she like kind of does like a pat down thing. Are you sure everybody's okay?
yeah, everyone's fine.
Okay.
We dealt with it. The personalities helped us out too. They were around. So.
All right.
Mammoth was there. He did help. He did come out. He was just in the back, so he did come out. And he did take a lot. He took a lot of shots too. I think he's okay. He's built pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after everything, aside from all of the gang stuff and everything, the concert seemed to go really, really, really well. We had a lot of, our encore too was like a great performance. Everyone seemed to be pretty jazzed. I think we did really well. But yeah, so that Jack Masters guy was like, he wanted to talk about going to his recording studio and potentially even, I don't know if he wants to sign me up with him or what, but he's Samurai's former person, right?
Yeah, he's a record exec that's worked with a number of bands. I will say, professionally speaking, Jack Masters is a guy who knows how to get a band to the top and has the connections to make it happen.
And I trust him.
And I will also say personally, he's a fucking sleaze. And I wouldn't necessarily be in a room with him alone unless I had a recorder on. But that's just
that's
because
kind
of
what
his.
I'm worried about.
Because that's just more his vibe than anything else. I can't tell you for a fact he's ever taken advantage of any of his talent. I can't tell you for a fact that he's ever double-crossed any of his talent. If he has kept his nose very clean publicly. However, Jack Masters hits like a guy that is in the industry to make sure that he stays in the industry. So he will support you as long as it is in his best interest to be supporting you. And as soon as he thinks your star is passed, he'll drop you off that label so fast you'll bounce off the curb.
Is that what happened to Samurai?
You see her look away for a second. Samurai had a bad turn. I mean, all this is out there in the public. I'm sure nobody really hides it.
I know Johnny was crazy, but
when the band was at its height, and Johnny was crazy, and Carrie was trying to keep everybody mellow, and Nancy had just gotten married and everything was fine. And then Nancy's husband turned abusive and she was trying to hide it from Kerry and Johnny because she was afraid that they would just go over to their apartment and murder the dude straight up. So she was trying to hide it and not let it affect the band. And when Johnny and Kerry found out about it, they went to the apartment with the intention of killing him and never got the chance because as the two of them were pulling up in front of the apartment, Nancy's in a very few seconds ex-husband got thrown out the window of their apartment on the 82nd floor.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. And she got locked up. She did some time. Most of it was commuted because there was enough proof that the relationship had been abusive, and there was a large question about the entire thing being self-defense anyway. But she was gone for like 6 or 8 months. And while she was gone, Kerry wanted to try new stuff, and Johnny wanted to blow up Arasaka, and Denny wanted to play funkier drums, and by the time Nancy got out, the band had gone 4 different ways, and there just wasn't a band anymore.
I know that feeling. I mean, the prison part, not getting stuck in the prison system, not the one that blew up Arasaka. But yeah. I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy, but like you said, he's kind of a sleazeball and kind of a weirdo. I worry. My worry is, I have a very specific image I want this band to have about, positivity and helping people and
Right.
representing the, people who can't normally speak for themselves because, society and all that. And I just worry someone like him might not be a good fit for me, especially if he is someone who would take advantage of people.
I don't think you'll run into a problem, especially while the band is still climbing. He is not going to do anything that is going to risk the band's growth, because that risks how much money he can make. Even still through today, he's one of the few people that Johnny talks to regularly. I mean, that guy hasn't even been seen in public in 2 years, but he and Jack still talk. Jack's the only guy I know that still communicates with everyone from
Is
Samurai.
there anyone else here in Night City that you know of that could be an option? Because I'm confident in my abilities that I could impress pretty much anyone here. I don't necessarily need him. He needs more than I need him.
Right. I can get you numbers for a couple other people. And, especially now that you guys had a amazing show, according to the Scream Sheets, at the Illusion. People know what you're capable of, finally. So we can find you a label. If you want to sign with Jack, you can sign with Jack. If you want to sign with Network 54, we can find somebody. If you want to sign with, I'll insert the name of the company here because I can't remember what the other major label company is. I can find you somebody. I will get you somebody. If you want, but
right now I'm probably in the window shopping phase.
Right. So we'll look around. We'll get a couple names. The good news is you're going to be hot right now, which means they're going to be lining up for you rather than you needing to line the band up for them. And that's always in our best interest. But the downside is either way, no matter where we go, the industry is the industry, and wherever we swim, we're going to be swimming with sharks.
I know.
There's a
I'm just
certain
trying to-
irony in Nalani, who is either Hawaiian, Samoan, or some other Pacific Islander, using that expression. But and you register it, but also decide to let it go. Unless you decide not to. That's you.
I know. I'm just trying to mitigate as much damage as I can before I choose something I can't take back.
No, I get it. I totally understand. So, yeah, take a look, see what you can come up with, and we'll figure out where we need to go next.
Oh, thanks for checking up on me.
Yeah, I mean,
I would go maybe say hi to Cherry too, see if she's.
yeah, I'll go check in on
Responsive.
her, make sure she's okay, maybe even go and head over and see how Thorn's doing. I don't think they like me very much, but I'll do a couple rounds and we'll make sure everybody's okay. I'll look into trying to see what I can get on the way of label execs, and also I'll start trying to find a venue for last week in January, first week in February, so that we can do a charity benefit.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And to be fair, Thorn doesn't like a lot of people, but the fact that they, talk to you civilly, that's a plus.
I'll
I
keep that
just
in
want to
mind.
say they clearly like people. They just are not close with anybody.
They like people at a distance.
They just kind of keep people at distance usually.
All right.
That's all.
They and I are okay, as long as I'm not having a heart attack.
All right. So I'm gonna get out then. I'm gonna go do my job. You take care of yourself and the band, and I will talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Need anything in between now and then? Just give me a holler.
All right.
She heads out. And while Thorn and Cherry are healing, which is the most of what they're going to be doing for the remainder of this week. What is anybody else doing in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th? So that'll be 4 days where I don't have anything planned.
Well, I'd like to work on the side hustles for the F-150s that I'd spoken to, if that meets with the agreement of the people.
I like the idea of cutting your debt with Tony by using the trucks.
So
Well, he doesn't have
one
a
of
debt
them
with
goes-
Tony. He's going
It's
to
with
sell
tax.
he's going to sell
my
the
bad.
trucks to Tony in order to pay down his debt with tax.
Got it. No,
Right,
down
I
to
wanted to- I wanted to sell one to Tony, or get one to Tony,
Right.
because there's some bad blood between me and Tony, and I want to fix that. The other one, I'd like to see if I can break down for parts, get more cash, which
Right.
will take longer. But
Yeah.
yes,
All right. So between you and X1, who is probably going to be going with you, give me both of you give me a persuasion fast talk roll for the first truck. Tony is going to start by offering you 300 eddies for it. Guess whose roll you don't want to use?
I'm just going to add a +1 to my thing real quick. But thank you for being patient with the Morgoth. I appreciate it.
It's okay. While we're waiting, Bacon, why don't you roll me that critical fail roll, please?
Oh, shit.
No. We're fading that noise.
Okay. All right. That's even better.
There, that's better.
Okay. All right. You are currently talking to, and since we got a screen open, I'll just drop him here in case anyone has not seen Tony.
Yeah, they got to see Tony.
Quick scene with Tony. Don't want this one to take too long, but you guys show up at the club. It is midday, so there's really nothing happening at the bar aside from a couple day drinkers. Tony is in his booth. The bouncer for the club is... Which one did I use? I know I have
the
it
Rhino,
here
wasn't it?
somewhere. Temptation. None of these people are here, but Tony is here in the corner, and Raj, the bouncer, is here, and Gabe, the monkey, is running around doing things in the back and whatnot. Other than that, there is nobody else present in the bar. Oh, well, hello, gentlemen. What brings you in today?
How are we running, Tony?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Está bien.
Doing all right. A little business to run by you. Got a classic out here. Thought you might be finding it of use.
All right. What do you got?
F-150.
All right. He kind of goes downstairs, looks out the door, looks at the truck, walks back inside. That has some very specific colors on it.
Yeah, and those are probably have to be sandblasted off of there. But the individuals that made the mistake of trying to kill us a couple of nights ago will no longer be needing the vehicle.
I mean, they've got like 480 other friends in that club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I'm not above moving some hot cars. It just means I'm going to have to... finding a buyer that doesn't like the Red Chrome Legion, that's not going to be tough. So that's fine. But I am going to have to get it repainted between then. Maybe change a couple serial numbers here and there. So
Probably have it deep cleaned for the stench. Yeah.
Yeah, deloused. So let's say 300.
Going over into my head. 300. And done.
All right. Easy business. You guys are okay with boosting cars then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, like I say, we didn't boost these so much as they dropped in our we didn't so much boost this as it dropped in our lap, along with the pieces parts. But there it is.
Okay.
Having said,
all right. Well, I will keep that in mind, and if I get a specific job that I think could fit your skills, I will make sure to let you guys know. Also, if you need to make a couple eddies on the side, check with me. Sometimes I may have some small work that can be done.
Of course.
Yay. You're the man, Tony.
And you guys leave one truck poorer, but 300 eddies richer.
Hell yeah.
Next few days for me is breaking down the other one for parts.
Mm-hmm. Give me a... This is going to be 5 skill rolls, 1 skill roll per day. The better you do, the more parts you can successfully strip out of it and sell. Reasonable?
Reasonable.
Cool.
Question.
Yeah.
Would vehicles then fall into this, or is that strictly for driving?
That is strictly for driving.
Had to ask.
But this is going to be basic tech.
Right.
And give me 3 rolls.
Can I, give a system anyway during this process?
Yeah.
You said you wanted 3 rolls to begin, yes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Solid rolls. And Sir Shiny
That
played
second
a
one made me a
bonus
little
on...
nervous.
Well, Sir Shiny played a +1 on the second roll. So, timed it for the one that was lowest.
Shiny, I appreciate you.
Yeah. He actually played an advantage card. I'm going to throw it back because advantage is not usable in Cyberpunk, but we'll count it as a +1. Advantage is a game mechanic that won't exist for another 5 years after these rules were written. So while you guys are doing that, I know that this segment of the show is going to wind up being really short because, it got started late for the tech issues, but I think we're going to take a quick break now, and then we're going to come back with the next 2 segments after that. All right?
Ready, right.
All right, so everybody, we're going to bounce for a quick break, and we'll see you all in just a minute. Bye!
See you in a bit.
How you guys doing, chat? Doing good. Better today than yesterday. Hopefully better tomorrow than today. For that is the goal. Morden, you still in the room? No. Perfect. When did you want your transfer error card played? Okay. All right, chat. While everyone's gone. I'm going to roll 3 of them so they can't see the result. And then we'll save the rest for later. I have a plan. A 6, a 1, and a 4. Shh. Don't tell anyone. So don't clip that? Yeah, don't clip that. Thanks. Let me send Bacon a quick private message. Actually, no. We'll just do it live. We'll do it live.
Are we doing it live?
We're going to do it live. And... even though not everybody is back yet, since we're going to be starting with you next, we can start there. Because I could potentially have something with you and then something with Morgoth before we have to involve everybody. Hello, welcome back.
Okay.
So, Grouch, you have a phone, correct?
Yep, it's how Nirvana got a hold of me. So I got a phone.
All right. Your phone begins ringing.
But the truck breaking into time, the phone begins ringing. Well, shit. So I get up from under the truck and I see who's calling me on my phone.
Grim.
Ooh, it's Grim. So I answer the phone and I say, yes.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Grim, how are we rolling?
I
About as well as can be expected.
If possible, in the next day or two, if you could stop. Why did that change?
You're getting the helium again.
I guess so. If you could stop by my office with your friends, I would like to discuss an unusual piece of equipment that you seem to have collected.
All right. We can make that work.
Excellent.
Do we prefer this in the Deku hours or the Neku hours?
Either is fine. I am here 24/7. Worst case, if the bar is closed, let me know that you're here and I'll open a door for you.
Make the necessary arrangements and get out there when we're able to in the next, call it 48 or so.
Excellent. Whenever is best for you.
Okay, well, I actually don't know where our boy Akisuno is currently. I don't know if he's hanging out with me in the garage while I'm bringing this down.
Well, where you're breaking this down, we should probably do that scene first because that involves somebody that nobody has met yet. So,
Yep.
I assume you'd be going to Vivian's to do this because you don't have garage space. Okay, this is a VD Cyber map, by the way, everyone. So, the two of you pull up X1 so that you know where you are. You are at what looks to be a combat cab depot, which is just outside of the combat zone.
Got it.
Grouch pulls up, and there's a small security barrier which is down. The small security barrier is not nearly as important as the turrets that you see mounted on the interior of the walls, because the small wooden barrier, you're pretty sure you could get past. The turrets, they're another thing. Fortunately, there is also a intercom set into the wall.
Hey, Deuce,
Yeah.
are you going to drop us on that map or?
Oh, yeah. How about I do that now? Boop.
There we go. Stick a thumb on the intercom.
Yes. You hear the voice from the inside.
Hey, Viv.
Hey, old man. Hold on a second. I'll let you in.
Right.
And you see two IR sensors at the barrier go dark, and the gate that is down ratchets its way up. Come on in. Just come through to the office. Don't go to the left.
Not to the left. To the office. I do what I am told.
Okay.
Do not fuck about in Vivian's garage. I have seen what those turrets can do. It's nasty.
Yeah. So as you come through, you see that there is a closed off section over here. And again, there are IR beams on this side here that are protecting that bay. And then as you continue coming through, you see what looks like her office right here.
We needed 2 vehicles to get here. the F-150, which we're breaking down, in the V. So we park at vehicles.
Okay.
Go knock on our door.
And opening the door, you see a fairly young Hispanic woman. Hair is bleach blonde. She's carrying a lot of like really heavy duty mechanical gear, and opens the door and she's like, hey, come on in. Who's your friend? And then kind of like leaves the door open and walks back into the office.
Walk in.
Senora, I am X1R1, friend of Senor Grouch. Good to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you guys too. So Grouch, what brings you around?
Well, see that ugly looking F-150 out there? Normally, I wouldn't call it ugly looking, but
Pulls down the pulls down the shades, kind of looks through. She goes, "Oh, the Nazi truck."
yeah, the Nazi truck. I need to break that down. So I wonder if I can use a little space so I can break that thing down.
You know, I'm not allowed to have non-company personnel working on vehicles in the lot.
Whose garage is this?
I mean,
And who are you? And how many times have we had this discussion?
technically it belonged to Dad, and Dad leased it to Combat Cab, and he still owned it, which means I still own it, which means it's my garage, not theirs. I'm just saying I could lose my contract, and I can't afford to lose my contract. But I mean, you're basically family.
I mean, it's honestly, this is why I call you niece.
I know,
But,
I know,
you know.
I know. Give me a persuasion fast talk roll.
Not the greatest.
It's an 11. It's not the worst. How long do you need?
It's gonna be 5 days. So we gotta break it down well, and and I have to delouse the sumbitch. Because as we mentioned earlier, Nazi mobile. It's gonna be great, but it's gonna be good for parts and heads, so.
You got a +1 on that, so 12. Alright, but you can't take any longer than that.
I
I
get
got
that.
somebody that's going to be dropping by on Monday from the office, so you got to have everything cleared out of here by then.
Yeah. And we'll do a split on it, and we'll do a split as we always. We've done this before.
All right. Yeah, I guess so. Just, only the two of you. Don't be traipsing in a whole crew in here.
Nope, it's done. No worries.
All right. How's Strider doing?
Well, funny thing. You know how much Strider likes Neon Jubilee in the Outlook Girl, right?
Yeah.
Well, a few nights ago, their New Year's Eve concert at Temptations,
Mm-hmm.
I actually got her there. She, because of a series of very strange events, she actually got to meet the band.
No shit.
I'm working with them.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been brought on as a teamster for them, basically.
Okay. All right. Well, Okay.
I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. You never know.
Do they need a tour bus?
Well, we're kind of using the Palm V right now,
All right.
but tour bus
that'll work.
was mentioned.
That'll work. It's a little cramped, but you could probably make that work.
Now, we have once or twice, but it's been.
I just look at him. Just look at him like, are you sure?
All right.
Having said, tour bus, proper tour bus.
Yeah,
It's something to look out for. Yeah.
All right. I'll keep an ear out. You know, every once in a while we hear about vehicles available. So if I come up with something, I'll let you know.
Yep.
All right. So that
Find the
continues
corner,
on.
start.
Everything works fine. You guys are then basically, we'll let you guys see the other side of the lot where you were told not to go. And basically what you've got over here is, this is 3 lifts. So you park the pickup in one of the 3 lift bays, and you know you're stripping it top and bottom while nobody's looking.
Well,
All right. Does Grouch want to try to get everyone together to go talk to Grim, or do you want to delay that a little bit longer and have me do a different encounter first?
Well, we need to finish up the strip.
Okay.
And he asked for Ekis and I, but
Well, he said your crew. Basically, that was the GM hinting that you can bring the entire party for that one.
Oh, okay.
If you want to wait until you finish stripping the vehicle, then it's going to be a few more days before you talk to Grim, and he would be okay with that too.
I mean, you just want to get the color off first, go visit Grim, and then come back and do the heavy lifting with the parts.
Could do that too. Main thing is, yeah, you know what? If we can at least get this thing deloused, so that if those jackholes come through, they don't see one of theirs being torn down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to take off, bed, body panels, components that would be required to conceal the vehicle. Yeah, that's all pretty fast.
Right. So then can't reach out to Neon. She doesn't have a phone.
No, but you know where she lives.
True.
You can reach out to Thorn. You know where they live. You could reach out to any of the rest of the band that you wanted to bring along. You know where they live. But this is one where I would say generally you want the PCs, any NPCs you want to bring along as well, you can, but it just makes it easier because otherwise you're going to have to disseminate this information to the rest of the PCs anyway.
No, you're right. While en route to Neon's, try and get a hold of Thorn.
Okay. It is a couple days since we've checked in with Thorn. You are healing well, but you are still lightly wounded. It is Thursday, and it is Wednesday, and your phone is ringing.
Okay. Maybe they're I don't know, just in the bathroom or something when the phone comes off. And they see it's Grouch and they answer and they're like, hello.
How you doing, Thorn?
Eh. They just say, eh. That's your answer.
Hey, here. Are you up to a little field trip?
How far?
Ripperdoc contact that I know, Grim. He has made us aware that some of the bits from our adversaries have come up odd, and he would like to discuss. since you guys are part of that, I figured maybe get a hold of you since it could affect all of us.
Sure. Yeah. I can pull myself together. This is all coming. Just Neon or like is X1? Anybody else?
The Exino is definitely coming with us. Well, I'll try and get out. I'm actually on the way over to Neon to discuss this with her.
Okay. So ref, how far is like Neon from me by driving?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, so absolute bare minimum. I've got 15 minutes before he gets here.
Right.
So they'll just yeah, they'll be like, yeah, I'll yeah, you can just come up whenever you get here. I should be ready in like give me like 20 minutes.
We'll take the slow wheel around to give you a few extra.
Thanks.
No worries, cousin. See you in a bit.
They like
Then head to Neon's.
Neon. It is Wednesday, and there is a fairly polite knock at your door.
I was gonna wonder. Okay, bet.
Neon will check the vid again.
You got these two crazy Hispanic dudes. Unfortunately, they're both dressed. One of them's really old.
Neon will grab her gun.
Put it against the door. Yeah, it's Grouch and X1.
She'll open the door. Hey guys.
Hey, are you up to a little field trip?
Depends. What's going on?
So, the doc that I took the bits to from our melee recently.
The Nazi car?
The Nazi bits.
Okay.
Well, he's come up with something. Apparently, there's at least one component in there which is thrown up not a red flag, but this is something we should discuss flag. So, as this potentially could be value, price, whatever, and could effectively and could affect all of us, I figured should potentially be at this conference.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I've already gotten a hold of Thorn, and I'll be driving over there to pick them up next. I would have tried to get a hold of you sooner, but you don't currently have a phone.
I'm working on it.
Right.
That's officially now a subplot.
Thorn's gonna be there, huh? Okay, yeah, I'll come with.
All right. Get yourself situated and whatnot, and then we will go and get Thorn, and then we'll head over to Grimm's.
Okay. Do everyone go up to Thorn's, or does just Grouch go up and everybody else stays in the car, or how does that work out?
I'll go up with Grouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so X1 stays in the truck, and the two of you guys head up.
Stays in the truck to make sure we can have shit in Detroit. You know,
Yes, exactly. Although, to be fair, last time he tried that, he got stolen too. So I don't know that it's necessarily going to work.
While Grouch is on the way, Thorn like snaps that phone shut, and they're just kind of in the bathroom. If they look at themselves in the mirror, do they have to do that same roll again that they did last time, or
Nope.
Okay.
I'll do those occasionally, but not occasionally when
Just
things happen, but that's not a constant thing.
I don't mind it not happening, but if it did happen, then how they're going to handle the next few minutes may have depended on what that result would have been. But
very much so.
Yeah. There's when somebody's dissociating, there's this kind of moment where they kind of engage in autopilot, and they are making this active effort to attempt to get out of the autopilot and be like engaged in the world. And at some point, as they're just like looking at the mirror and looking down and looking up at themselves as much as they can handle looking up at themselves, they eventually look down and kind of catch an eye on their hand and start doing that thing again where they like pop their wilders out and then fold them back in and then pop them out and then fold them in. And then they bring up that they have like these fingerless gloves that go all the way up to their elbows that they wear with every outfit, casual dress thing, whatever. They hold it up and they kind of start to like look under the glove for a second as if they're like fidgeting or thinking about something.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever they were thinking about doing, they just sort of mull on a little too long and the door probably knocks at that point.
Okay.
And they got kind of like snap themselves into gear.
All right. And as you head to the door, you see Grouch and Neon.
I'll open it up.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
fine. Tiger's been watching me.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. They like they seem to stand awkwardly for a sec. They look ready to go. They stand awkwardly for a second, but then they walk forward and like arms first, put their arms around Neon, and just like actually pull her into a hug for the first time in 3 days.
Yeah, she'll return the hug. It's nice seeing you.
Hmm. It lingers for a second, but then they'll eventually start walking.
Back down to the V and all.
Okay.
Make sure everybody's situated. Want to have. Start driving in normal mode.
What time of day you got for me?
Early afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with when you're going to be getting there, the bar won't be open yet, but when you show up, Evangeline is going to recognize who you are. She's going to give you a sign, go to the back, talk to Grim, come back around, and we'll let you guys in the bar.
Right.
As you are pulling up, you guys see that you are in... What section of the city did I put this in? You are in the old medical center, which is just north of Japantown and Little China. So kind of closer to Studio City, but then where Thorn lives. But all in all, you're doing good. As you pull up in front of the place, you see that it is a old Gothic looking quasi Art Deco building.
Sir Shiny wants to set the weather, light clouds with gentle breeze.
I like clouds with a gentle breeze, which is about the best weather you can get in Night City at this time of year. By the way, let's go with, because I have a chart for this. It is 15. It is a cold. It is a cool 60 degrees out, and also there is something strange in the weather. Sir
Is it a Marvel
Shiny, would you
superhero?
like to keep the weather you had, or I don't remember what that one does. So we'll keep the weather you had. All right. As you approach the building, you see there is a neon sign out front, and it has the word Saken, S-A-K-E-N, in neon, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4. Repeating in a cycle.
Such a cool sign.
Thank you. As you get to the bar, a young goth chick who doesn't look old enough to tend a bar lets you in the door. Grim said he was expecting you.
Right. Yeah, we had a little business. Thank you, Evangeline. We appreciate it.
Yep, no worries. And you know how to get back there, right?
Yep.
All right. So the 4 of you will go through this bar and through the back door. And into the kitchen. And into the hallway. And into Grim's office. And
Neon just kind of looks enamored with everything.
this is most definitely a chrome metal or like goth metal nightclub bar, and Grim fits his name in every way. If he's not a full body conversion, he is definitely close to it. Cyber limbs, armor plated torso, at least half the lower half of his face has been replaced as well. All of his cybernetics have a dark, aged metal look to them.
Honestly, in a slightly different universe, he'd be Astra Mechanicus.
His face never actually has an expression, with the exception of occasionally when he tries to smile, and unfortunately he doesn't do it well, and it just comes off as a very terrifying sneer.
Well, Grouch, I'm so glad to see you again.
Dr. Grimm.
Hi.
Hello, and you are...
My name is Neon Jubilee. I'm in a band. I don't know if you listen to music much.
You have an 8.
Thorn doesn't introduce themselves immediately, but just rests their chin on your shoulder.
Ah, the output girls.
Yeah. You heard of us.
Oh yes, you have had quite a show recently from what I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. But I'm sure you're not really interested in me right now.
Oh, I always have at least a passing interest in anyone trying to physically enhance themselves, as I understand all of the band members have.
Mostly Dexy. She might actually kind of be interested in this place. My arm is just because past injury.
Of course. Everyone needs a gateway of some kind.
I guess.
Anyway, the reason why I have asked Grouch here, and he thought perhaps you all might be interested in seeing this, is I have gone through most of the
Does he remember? Holy
I'm
shit.
sorry, I don't remember your name.
Good doctor. I am known as X1R1.
Ah, yes.
Neon thinks for a moment and then it also just like blurts out, "Oh wait, you're talking about the trans part, not the augmentation part."
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, all of us are trans. Yeah.
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 So I had assumed that all members have at least some augmentation accordingly. Some biosculpting at the very least.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you just meant like the robot stuff. But no. Yeah, we're all.
He smiles in your direction, which comes across as,
Oh god.
Yes, of course.
Even most of the crew got that kind of shit.
So, I have made a list of the functional components
Jeez.
as he hands you a data pad with this information on it.
That were able to be recovered. If there are any of these, any of you are interested in, I can put them aside for you for later, or I can start trying to find buyers for these items. However, there is one very peculiar piece of equipment which I felt I needed to talk to you directly about.
And he reaches down into his desk and pulls out a box. Roughly 18 inches by 24 inches and about a foot tall. And as he opens the box, you see inside what can best be described as a mechanical spine. And anyone who has cyber tech can actually, everybody can make a cyber tech roll if you have it or not. That's fine.
If I'm visibly salivating, I don't apologize. This is like cyber nerd porn for us. I have a pinup of these things at my old place.
Shiny nailed it. Shiny knows the Cyberpunk. All right.
Yeah, I kind of suspected. Grouch, however, knows nothing.
Grouch thinks he has seen one of these before, but it was a while ago and he's old and he can't remember. Because that's his second crit fail of the night, folks. Thorn recognizes what it is, but no more than that. Whereas Neon and Morgoth, Neon and X1, you see kind of lean in, giving it that look like it's the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I was thinking of earlier. I swear.
Thorn recognizes this as what's a device called a Sandevistan, which is a reflex, a very unique type of reflex booster. Neon and X1 know that this is not like, I mean, it is it's a sandy. It's definitely a sandy, but this is not like any Sandevistan you have ever seen before.
I look over at Thorn. I'm like, is that why that motherfucker could teleport here and there all nimbly bimbly like a cat?
They don't say anything, but their eyes look maybe a little glittery at the thought of that.
This device is... On the surface, this is a military-grade Sandevistan. However, I've done a little kicking around in the subroutines, and this is frightening. There are some very unusual software applications which are firm-coded into this Sandevistan. I've never quite seen this type of programming before.
Should we be concerned?
Well, there's far less concern now as whoever was wearing it has been dispatched.
This is from the Cyberpsycho, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. I'm making sure because I don't want us to have somehow claimed some RCL experimental tech and then they get wind of it and now are chasing us or something.
No, this device here is not local. This would give you a short-term boost to reflexes, only probably 10 to 15 seconds before you would need to cycle it down or risk tremendous health concerns. However, if used only once or twice a day, this Sandevistan, not only will it perform normally,
which mechanically is to say it gives you a boost to your initiative for 5 turns. Okay. In this case, when you activate it, which you can do before rolling initiative for the first turn, because it activates on a thought. When you activate the Sandevistan, you will have a +3 to whatever your initiative is for 5 turns. After that, your initiative falls back to normal.
In addition, when activated, this device seems to have a reflex compensator, which can allow one to well, there's no sensible way to say this, but allow one to move in a way which could cause one to dodge bullets.
And in fact, you all specifically remember seeing the Psycho do exactly that. You shot, and then the instant you shot, he simply wasn't standing where he was standing faster than the bullet getting to him.
Okay. I see.
Ooh.
Now, I can put this on the market, but I can guarantee you we won't be able to get what it's worth, mostly because Well, it's experimental. There is no way to gauge what it's worth.
If it's experimental, what are the risks of using it?
Well, I have done some cortex testing with it, and it doesn't seem to be much more dangerous than a normal Sandevistan model. It is merely a additional software subroutine which is programmed into the device. As I said, this is experimental technology, almost theoretical design, except that it has been made into a practical application, apparently.
I mean, I just worry that you know, if it's experimental like that, it could just like blow open in your head or something.
Or go Cyberpsycho.
I mean, we did pry off a Cyberpsycho.
Well, that guy was fucking... That guy's whole body was metal. I highly doubt that this thing in isolation is really what did him in.
Yeah.
What? Mr. Grimm, what would it cost to have it installed into somebody?
Aside from the cost of the device, which obviously will not factor into it, it will take a fairly extensive surgery, as it must be fused correctly into the bearer's spine. That will require a few days worth of recovery, but I have facilities here that can allow for that, or if you wish to take the device and have it have another doc of your choice operate on you with it, then I will simply take my reclamation fee for recovering it, and that would be that as well. You don't have to have it done here if you have someone else you prefer, but I do have facilities available for multi-day recovery following major surgery.
Okay, thank God.
Thorn is their tail's kind of vibrating a little bit. Like if you've ever seen a cat that's kind of excited, it's a little like that. They don't seem in the face like happy excited. This is less like childish thrill and more deep temptation that they seem to have a look in there.
If I were to do the operation, that would probably be 800 eddies, and then you would be looking at probably 3 days of intensive care, and those would be 400 each.
So you're looking at to get this installed around 2,000. Now, also, the one of the important things for Thorn is, you know that this is considered a reflex booster type of equipment, which means if you're concerned about the humanity loss, and who isn't, you know that your guy, that's his specialty. Where you don't know what Grimm's specialty is. But you know that your guy, all other things being equal, the humanity loss will be slightly lower if you go to your guy. Also, the humanity loss would be slightly lower if, rather than going to a ripperdoc, you go to a proper clinic and or hospital, and you know that, but also you know that you're not going to.
Especially not for something like this.
Now, decisions don't have to be made now. I'm just wanted to make sure that you knew that this was here. If you want to, I can see that you have had work done. If you want to discuss having this done by your personal primary care physician, I can give you a copy of some of the particular schematics that they will need to keep in mind when doing the operation. If you want me to look for a buyer, I can, but in the meantime, I can keep this locked safely in my office for the foreseeable future. I don't need to move this right away. I also don't have a particular need to rush anyone into an operating room.
Thorn kind of eyes Neon and just says, like, I mean, I know a guy that's delicate with reflex-related things.
Yeah. Yeah. If you think it's a good idea.
Thorn kind of looks at the other two as well, like Grouch and X1, mainly in sort of a speak now or forever hold your peace kind of look.
Oh, you want to have this conversation like in front of the doctor?
I mean, just I don't know. No, I mean, they look like they're about to pounce on this thing. It's less, let's have a conversation, and more, if you want to stop me from pouncing on this thing, you better say something, because if you don't, I'm taking it.
If you want to have a private conversation regarding this, my operating suite is soundproofed and is not currently in use. I can walk you over there and you can make your decisions and then come back.
Thank you.
We appreciate the hospitality.
So
Dr. Greg.
he takes you in the hallway, and then mostly just doing this, so that everyone can catch this reaction live. As you guys will come down here and enter into.
Yep, thought so.
All right.
The red room.
Yep.
The red room. As
The red
you
room.
enter his operating suite, a couple things stand out. First off, the lights are red, and the nice thing about that is that means it actually does a nice job of hiding the blood.
Yeah.
This room is as grimdark gothic as you can get, including on the south wall of the room. You see 3 hermetically sealed coffins.
Nice.
Each one has a screen and biomonitor that is visible above it.
Cryo storage.
Where did you find this guy again?
You know what?
That's on you.
He and I have known each other for a good while. As to where, I'm not really at liberty to say. So you bordering on, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
I'm guessing in my case, because of the olfactory boosters, it absolutely reeks of blood in here.
Oh, absolutely. Like the amount
It
of
is a bloody
the
apple.
amount of blood that is in here, like, can't possibly even be accidental. like he has spilled extra on purpose. You're pretty sure of it. Now, the flip side is for reasons we won't go into, you are fairly familiar with these coffins that are in the room, and you quickly recognize that these coffins are coffins in name only. They are designed to look like coffins, but what these are in fact sealed ICU pods. They can be used for cryo storage. They can also simply be used for a perfect surgical recovery.
Nice.
So guessing preventing humanity loss isn't this guy's specialty.
Excuse me.
No, it's not.
All right, now.
But you can also see that the room itself, like the walls, like as you came through the door, you know that the walls in this room are thicker than they should be. Mm-hmm. So you're fairly sure that whatever you say back here, nobody in the club is going to hear, even with the music not on. And you are pretty sure that with the thickness of these walls, while the club is playing music, whatever happens in this back room, no one would ever know.
We're in Vegas, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so much.
Yeah, we're totally in Vegas. We're totally in Vegas at this point. So, speaking to Thorn and so on, that tech would make you, at least potentially, the premier killing machine. I have concerns because of its experimental nature. It zigs when you try to zag, and suddenly your spine is 30 feet behind you. May I suggest we find out how much she thinks we could get and weigh those options. I am in favor of that equipment going to you, but I still have the concerns that it may cause you irreparable harm if it does the wrong thing. I am not happy about that. I adopted you guys like a week ago. I really don't want to see people kicking off now. Way too soon for that.
But that thing was dodging bullets. I didn't need to get a lot of... I have one thing that boosts my ref, and that's... I like wag the tail. That's this thing, and that's for balance. I'm fucking fast. All natural.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need this kind of stuff under normal circumstances, but that... I mean... I very carefully selected everything that I put into me. I didn't just... I'm not gung-ho about cybernetics, despite what I got. I'm near perfect. That is perfect. That is the near. I don't think I'd even need anything else after that.
Do you want to be a killing machine?
Oh, you'd be the biggest, baddest killing machine ever. Covered in blood, no one could be your opponent. You'd be a warpath, constantly walking corpses all around you.
What? Okay, first of all, don't be so dramatic. It's a reflex booster that does other things besides just killing. I could run really fast. I could pick somebody up and run away with them really fast. I could just, disappear. I'm already halfway to just evaporating from right in front of somebody if I want to get away from them.
So a couple of my homies back when we were running in the jungle used to implant experimental cybernetics, and it fucks with your head, man. It really does. You when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you can dodge bullets, you just look for opportunities to dodge bullets and fight people with guns. I've seen it happen. My closest friends died to machinery like this. Now, I'm not saying I don't want you to be the most powerful person in the world because I'm your friend now. And it'd be awesome, right? But then I'm your friend for 3 months before you die. And that would fucking suck. I'm gonna be real with you. This motherfucker on TV saying dangerous cybernetics are plaguing the plan. What I want to do is plant this on his people, on him, and turn him into the very thing he hates, and bring all the people against him. I want to rise up against the motherfuckers who put these on the streets and have it hurt people, good people, you know. Now I'm down to sell it or like trade or whatever and get you good cybernetics that won't hurt you. But when I say this thing is evil, I mean this thing is evil. It's cursed. So I say give it to the assholes who turn and plague this land. Yeah.
You can see Neon is shifting uncomfortably.
They're also Thorn is shifting uncomfortably back at you. They're like looking at you. They seem. I mean, they've had their mind preoccupied since you found them. They are more present, as in they are at the very least trying to, you know, be touchy and connecty. But their mind has been somewhere else since they got here.
Right.
So, and only now are they actually focusing on something that's actually right in front of them. And Neon, I don't know if I don't think you'd register that as a good thing in their state right now.
I don't know if we should make any rash decisions about...
Use unsteeple those fingers. I swear to God, unsteeple those fingers, you motherfucker.
I'm not saying, cause I don't got the money to be installing this right this second anyhow, and I highly doubt any of you blokes do, because if you had the money to install something like this, they point to Grouch, you wouldn't still have a bad ticker.
Yeah, we working on it.
Yeah, and you are. That's great. I'm just saying, if he's fairly certain people aren't going to buy this for what it's worth, and there's just a small reclamation cost to just keep it, then why don't we just keep it on ourselves, and then I can bring it to my guy. My guy specializes in reflex. If we wanted to sell it later, he actually would find people who are interested in reflex. If we can't sell it for what it's worth, he can still probably sell it for more than whatever this guy can sell it for.
Yeah, it's
Because
valuable.
he's cornering the right market. You know what I mean?
It's a valid point.
I'm
just saying there's no drawback to taking it home with us right now. There is nothing that we lose, and there is in fact actually a lot to gain whether we keep it or not just by taking it.
The fucking thing is cursed. If we take it with us, we bring a cursed object into your home. He is the legal embodiment of death. Muerte, okay? Death doesn't affect him. We take it. We do not invite death into your home. It will come one day. Do not invite it. You know what I mean?
Listen to me. I'm a pagan. I've invited scarier things into my home already. And they're specifically protecting me.
I said my piece. I trust you, but like I will not spend the night tonight then if you do that. Just saying. Mm-hmm. I'm scared like shitless.
No, not again.
No, I no soil with Fabian, but like I'm just saying. Okay. It's bad. If you take it with you, I have a bad feeling about this thing. I want to give it to our enemies. Yeah, I do not look at you like an enemy. That's the only reason why I'm so strong about this.
I do want... X1 does have a point. Regardless of what we want to do, we can't afford to the operation regardless. Here's the thing. This is, like you said, experimental tech. Which means it's going to be valuable to a lot of people. I just worry that if you start showing it around to other people, it's going to attract some sort of crowd. Probably the wrong crowd that wants to take us by force.
I'm not exactly going to make a fucking Thyrsus out of it. What do you think I want to do with it? I'm going to hide it under my bed.
Ay, Dios mío, and I just like put my head against the wall. Under the bed. I know you're joking, but like mi corazón cannot take jokes like this.
I don't think they're joking.
But honey, there are plenty of things under my bed that would make you shiver.
X1 just quietly dies in the corner, and I just start praying.
Nice.
I'm just saying, we got like superstitions aside. They playfully roll their eyes at X1. We
It's
got
fair.
nothing to lose, and everything to gain by just bringing it back with us from here.
I have a lot to lose. You, in particular.
It's not gonna fucking choke me in the night. It's not like a fucking like what.
It's not what I'm worried about. Look, do what you want, I guess. I can't stop you. I'm just trying to look out for you. I'm worried that our recent brush with people is getting you a bit more worked up than you normally would.
Well, I am going to be antsy and worked up if something I think is extremely valuable is in anyone else's hands but mine. I will just continue to keep getting more and more anxious, thinking about what could happen to it when it's out of my direct line of sight.
I see it's the curse that's already taken the hold. Mi abuela was right about these things. I see it in your eyes. You're already addicted to it. Fuck.
I'm not addicted. Good lord.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ekis,
I
Ekis.
don't anything.
Love it.
If you're worried about my state of mind, I'm just saying, let me put it somewhere safe, and then let me actually relax until I got a clear head of mind. Until we all got a clear head of mind, because it's only been 3 days since all that nonsense.
It is it's a big step, and none of us are entirely decompressed yet.
And like I said, if you're worried about me making a brash decision because I'm emotional, like I've already mentioned, I am literally, like, Eddie-wise and physically incapable of doing anything about it right now. You don't have to trust me, you can trust just the simple fact that I can't.
Okay, sure. Let's sleep on it. Maybe not just literally.
Yeah,
That's fine.
And we should probably hold on to it at the very least.
Grouch, can I stay at your place again? Or in the
Have
truck?
you been staying anywhere else? Or?
I mean, there's this corner I hang out sometimes, and I find someone I stay at their house, but
Yeah,
not always.
Maybe we should keep it here.
I'll call Tagger. He'll stain the place before and after. It'll be nice and pure, clean energy. Do you guys call it No, you call it smudging, don't you? That's like a different
culture, but sure.
Well, yeah,
Can we hold it here?
Huh?
The doctor Dr. Grimm did in fact say that.
If you can hold it here for now, it might be better off in his hands. More secure, at the very least.
And he can be trusted to hold it.
To be fair, for Grimm, hands is a bit of a misnomer. They're more like
Very good. Very good.
But other than that, yes, you're correct.
Look, I just because I assume this guy looks like he's been killed like 4 times over and he's still alive, so I'm assuming it's pretty safe in here.
I just find it for efficiency's sake, because whether we're keeping it or whether we're selling it, I kind of want to bring it to my guy either way, because either my guy can install it very gently, or he has a corner of the market of people that would be interested in it. So it just seems like it'd be more efficient to take it, since taking it might be a foregone conclusion anyway. And then just, or hell, if you really don't want it to be kept in my house, let me bring it to my guy and let him hold on to it at that point. he could even feel out the market. Then we'll actually get some more solid figures.
That does make sense, honestly.
If he knows what he's working with, he'll know how to market it. And then at that point, as soon as we give him the word of whether we want to keep it or whether we want to sell it, he'll probably have 3 people lined up for it. Get us a fat stack of eddies for it at that point. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, compromise. Not here, but also not at my house. I won't get to bone jiggle with it, unfortunately. I can live with that.
We thank the good doctor for his time. He takes his cut. We look at the other bits and pieces, and then we go about away from the cursed object.
Absolutely not a problem. You have the list of items. If there is anything else that you are interested in, just let me know. If not, I will move them for you and be able to give you a cut. If you want to take the Sandevistan with you, then I will take my harvesting fee for that, and then that would be 400 euro dollars. And then whatever you choose to do with it becomes your responsibility at that point. If you want me to find a buyer, I would still be able to at that point, and that will be your decision.
I'm not struggling. I could pay for it since I'm bringing it to my guy anyway.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
So he said 100 eddies, right?
400.
You said 4.
We're not taking this in the car right now, are we? Because I'll go walk or take a cab or something.
For just sake.
Hey, Kisuno. Try to relax.
I can do 400, yeah.
Okay.
Grouch, I'm gonna just let you know, this thing will only bring heartache, and you don't have enough heart to ache.
Ouch!
Great
then
line.
I'll keep it far, far away from Grouch. I will be on the absolute other side of the car. I'll sit on top of it again if you want me to, waving this bloody thing around.
Now, okay. Hey, I look right at Thorn. I try to look like a disappointed father. Now you're just teasing him. Stop it.
Hold on.
No, me teasing him would be me chewing on it on the way there.
That's an entirely different kind of teasing. And for all I know, you were planning on doing that later anyway.
I don't know if you guys would understand this, given where on the internet you are, but Thorn starts kombucha girling when he says that. That kind of
Anyway.
I took 400 eddies out of my Eurobooks here.
Yay!
So. Grabby hands. Give me the human spine.
Okay.
Give me the person
I'll put it away
parts.
somewhere very concealed before we leave.
Right. As for the rest of the material, we have the list.
Yeah.
I don't think I need anything out of there. You guys, it's your call.
I'm sending Deuce a private message about the bits because I don't need anything either from that list too. So if you don't need anything, yeah.
Yeah. So
I hold up one of the contraceptive implants to Neon. I say no words. I just hold it up at her.
bravo.
She just kind of gives you a look. It's just... Do you need it?
I mean, I don't need it. I don't got a uterus anymore. I kind of cut out the middleman. I'm just wondering if you were, It's been a year. We are officially in an open relationship now. If you wanted to just, eliminate some risk there.
So wrong.
More.
I know you're probably like 99% fire and blanks at that point, but,
Third.
Be nice.
Oh wait, no, that's cyberware. I'm looking at cyberware EV value. My bad. I haven't got the total bit yet.
That's okay.
I lied.
That's all right. For whatever you were gonna do with it, go ahead and give me a
Or some of those loot cards
skills.
from before.
Skills. So many skills.
All skills.
Her eyes just kind of trail off at that, like, and just you just kind of hear just go, yeah, I guess so.
I don't. Can I make a human perception check to see if I
You
can read
can.
what that look means?
You can be.
I got one crisp point in that.
You can
I
do a
got
human
one.
perception check, and X1 can do a
Oh,
either a fast talk or a pickpocket check. And I will remind you that pickpocket goes off of tech
Oh,
for whatever reason.
yeah, so that one's way better. And this is for what I sent you a message or something else?
Yes, for when you sent the message.
Okay, cool.
if I'm human percepting another PC, what do they need to roll something, or does the ref just have a DC in his head?
You know what? I'm really glad I played that card, man.
Yeah,
I'm really fucking glad I played that card.
because that means the one happens after the 10.
Oh, thank God.
So okay, yeah. So you're good, and I don't think anybody saw it, and because there's enough side conversations going on, and with a human perception of 6.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Neon, can you give Thorn a little bit more information on what Neon is feeling, but like a barely past the lowest possible difficulty by only 1 point kind of amount of information?
Neon's
Into what she's thinking.
Neon's eyes trailed and her face kind of changed when you said seeing other people.
Does it seem like negative or positive, or like she doesn't know how to feel about it?
It seems she doesn't know how to feel.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Putting
And
a pin in that in my head of, okay, we're gonna have to have another conversation.
Yeah, that's all you can get from that in the moment without making it a whole thing, and you kind of feel like that would probably be a bad idea.
So, you know what? Thorn is going to try and do something smooth. They're going to in an attempt to fish for any more empathetic information from that. They go, so do you want the contraceptive implant, or do you not want the contraceptive implant?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's good to know. Can they put it back down?
Since I haven't decided where his office is yet, and I figure you're probably going there next, and we'll just do a quick shot there just to introduce the character. Where did you imagine that your guy operated out of? Like, did you have any thoughts about where you wanted him to be or anything like that? Or
Me or
yes.
oh, I mean near my house, I guess if I have a say in it.
Okay.
I'm in Little Europe, so I'd say I'd maybe prefer within walking distance, because that's probably how they found people at first, is just literally walking around.
So as you you drive back to Little Europe, Thorn directs you around towards a side alley. You go down to you go down a side street. You park, and then there's a bit of an alley with a doorway that is kind of like a basement access kind of door. off the back of one of the buildings, and Thorn knocks on the door. And a minute later, you see this bald guy with several neode points on his skull. Both arms cybernetic, goatee, neon glasses. And you just hear from the inside of the door before he opens it, you just hear, dropping off or picking up? And then opens
Bark.
and then bark? Ain't but one person ever says bark at my door and opens it up, and you just see this individual step forward to the door and goes, Thorn, how you holding up? You brought friends.
Yeah. Just.
Hi.
Oh, what's my guy's name?
His name is Nevin Blackford.
Nevin. I like put my arm around Neon's waist and I'm like, this is my girl, Neon.
Oh.
Hi.
You're
Yeah.
dating.
Uh-huh.
No. You're dating Neon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Neon Jubilee. Oh,
I mean,
hell!
Yeah.
Well, everybody, come on in. This is don't be sitting out here in the alley. Nasty things happen out in this alley. Get inside.
what if I want nasty things to happen out in this alley? As I saunter in.
They generally cost about 30 eddies. Come on in. And everybody escorts in. The shop itself kind of is laid out almost like a rundown old barber shop. Like there's a waiting area in the front. There is a med chair in the back with a bunch of equipment hanging down around it. And while everything is visible, everything is also reasonably clean. Hey, so Thorn, what brings you back around? You or any of your crew looking to get some new equipment?
Well, not at the moment. What you've installed so far has been working beautifully. I like pop it in and out to show them that it's still pristine because they've been taking well care of it.
I try to always do my best when I'm working.
But let's say I'm marinating on whether I should install or sell something that we found. And I was wondering if you could take a look at it, maybe appraise it, and then maybe hold on to it while we consider.
All right. I think I might be able to be convinced to do something along those lines. What you got?
I pull it out and I unwrap. I imagine I rolled up the spine to put it in like something, and then I unfurl it in front of him.
Holy shit! That's a Militech Special Sandy right there.
Mm-hmm. There was a Cyberpsycho after her performance. I mean, you heard about Neon's performance at the Grand Illusion, yeah?
Oh yeah, damn near perfect from what I heard.
We dealt with some other gangsters that decided to make problems on a different turf for some reason. And right as we were taking a breath from them, because he barely scratched us, some Cyberpsycho comes out of fucking nowhere. It apparates. And I went and ran at him, and you want to know something? I barely got one hit on him, because he was so damn fast. And he nearly dropped me down to dead in one hit. And you know what a kind of brick shithouse I am.
Yeah, I mean, something like this. This is heavy duty shit.
Mm-hmm. According to somebody else who looked into the tech of it, it seems to be like a normal implant, but it's got experimental tech in it that can make you dodge bullets. And I can attest to that because he did dodge some fucking bullets.
All right. You said you were looking for a little bit more information on it. What it would take to put it in. What it would take to sell it. What do you think?
What would it do?
All
What are
right.
the risks?
Well, I'll tell you what. Give me a couple days. I'll run some diagnostics on it. I'll see what it's got in it. I'll put it through some paces. You know, maybe just corpse bonded just to check a couple things, and we'll see what we can come up with.
I especially I wanted to bring it to you specifically, mainly because I know you specialize in this kind of tech, and the guy that we got it from, or more accurately, the guy that extracted it from the Cyberpsycho's spine, said that it was unlikely we'd be able to sell it for what it's worth because it's so experimental. But I figured if anybody knew who was interested in this stuff, best it would probably be you. You seem like you might know at least one person somewhere in this city that'd be willing to pay a pretty penny to really just fuck around and find out.
I mean, yeah, this is not your normal gangbanger kind of equipment here. This is some top shelf. So let me take a look at it. I'll see what it can do, and I'll try to give you a better evaluation. If you decide to keep it, we can talk about what comes next. If you decide you want to move it, we can talk about who we might want to be able to pawn it on and how much they'd probably buy it for, and we'll see where things go at that point.
Right, thank you. Oh, and just for sake of not being rude, this is two new friends. This is Grouch, and this is X1R1.
Pleasure.
Good to meet you.
Grouch is our new driver, and X1R1 is also here.
Look at Thorn like.
You see him
You
look
got a
you.
pretty face.
You see him look you over real quick. He goes, Rigger, huh?
That's right.
That's I mean, I'm sure it still works, but that's a mighty old rig link you got there. Like that's like a Mark II.
Yeah.
You know they're on Mark 14s, right?
Well, ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, that's true. As long as it's working, just keep it on working.
It's not the thing that's not working, to be fair. I shoot him a glance.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
if you need anything else, you know where to find me. And other than that, I'll give me a couple days. Once I know what I'm looking at here, I'll get back in touch with you.
Right. Well, you know where to find me. I'm fucking 2 blocks away from you.
Yeah, exactly. And as you guys go, as you all start to get ready to leave, Thorn's phone rings.
Uh-oh.
Caller ID.
Jack Masters.
Oh. Ooh.
I show the caller ID to Neon.
No.
And basically just kind of look like, should I answer this or should you answer this?
Give it to me.
Alright.
I'll answer it.
Hey,
Hello?
Neon.
Hi.
Hi. Out of curiosity, I was wondering if you and the band have a minute to look at something I've come up with for you today, tomorrow, whatever works best for you.
I mean, Cherry is still healing. So I'm waiting for that first.
Okay.
What's up?
Well, it's a bit of a surprise surprise. Do you think you and your crew and your bandmates could make it to Baker Street? Baker Street is only a couple blocks away from where you currently live in Studio City.
The last surprise I had ended up being a bunch of Nazis, so I'm hoping it's better than that.
It's definitely better than Nazi.
Well, you've managed to at least cover that low of a bar.
I do what I can.
I'll talk to the girls and see how Cherry's doing.
Okay.
I can't guarantee anything, but I'll give you a call in the next couple of days.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
All right. And I'll hang up.
Okie doke.
I take my phone back and I'm just like, you want me to put it on your schedule as your secretary at this point?
I'm talking to Nalani about getting my own phone, so
I know, I'm just
I have to worry about it too
I am.
much.
Watch, it's clowns. No, that would be a surprise for me.
No, 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 no.
I smell bozos because I can smell the fucking flowers, and I'm just like, we're 2 blocks from the house. Shuffle, shuffle, everybody.
No. I will flip this table, motherfucker. No.
Okay. So if we go a couple more days, like towards Monday, we can say that Grouch is done stripping the truck, and Cherry is done healing.
I did want to do this something with Thorn
Okay.
around the 8th.
Okay.
Right.
Go for it.
I mean, could be the same day, considering she's right here now, and they might just
Or
invite
yeah, on the same day
her right here.
she might ask to be dropped off at Thorn's place tonight.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and just let's move to that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll cycle forward however far we cycle forward from there. But that way we will be at the very least done for Thursday the 9th on schedule wise, keeping track. So you get dropped off at Thorn's place, and you two go ahead.
Tiger,
What?
I found something cool.
Yeah, I tag her.
Hey.
Thorn comes in noticeably maybe a little bouncier than they were when they left, considering.
Nice. Did you bring it with?
No, I'm having a buddy downstairs hold it, but
Oh.
either we're gonna sell it for fuck ton, or we're gonna put it in my spine. One of those two.
Nice. Spines are good.
You know that Cyberpsycho? You know, the one that fucking tried to floor me?
Oh yeah, the one that we couldn't fucking hit.
Yeah, that's his thing. The thing that makes him not hitable.
Ooh.
They were able to extract it, and if I can get about 2,000 eddies for some surgery and recovery time put together, they can put that shit in me. Either that, or since our buddy is cornered in the reflex department, he probably knows somebody who's willing to pay a fuck ton to fuck around and find out with that thing. Whatever it is.
I mean, either way works.
Fat paycheck at that point.
All right. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave the two of you to your own devices. I'm actually just on my way out for the night. So
Thorn gives them a look that's basically asking, fuck or not fuck.
I mean, hopeful.
No. Good luck. You want a soft for good luck?
I'll let you know tomorrow. If I'm back early, it's no. If I'm back late, it's yes.
If you're back late and you're walking funny, then it's yes. So then he leaves, I suppose.
And he gives you a little wave, and he heads on out.
Well, we got the whole place to ourselves, so only
Yeah.
have to worry about not screaming so loud that the neighbors call the cops at that point.
I suppose we do.
You alright?
Are you alright?
Thorn kind of shifts a little awkwardly. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me that night. I got pulled away a little bit. I'm fine. It's fine.
Are you sure? Because
Well, what about you?
I haven't talked to you in like 3 days since all that happened, and
Well, yeah, but that's because we don't have phones. Both of us. It's
I
not like
know.
I've been avoiding you.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm working on that. I'm fine. I talked to Lonnie about phone and about that Jack guy, if he's trustworthy at all. She seems to think that he's good for his word as long as we're popular, but he's kind of a sleazeball, and I kind of told her I want to go, let's say, window shopping, so to speak, for other people. At this point, I feel like if I want to be signed on by someone, they need me more than I need them at this point. So
Fine, baby. But maybe backing up a little bit. How much of a sleazeball? The protective look in their eye comes in.
yeah, she doesn't think he's done anything bad, just that he has that era to him. I don't know.
Low grumbles.
That's what I said too.
Well, I mean, fucking good. Blimey, the performance you put on, you better have some people lining up at this point. And he only
Hopefully.
managed to jump your bones first because he was literally at the place.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what he says, but I'm still cautious around him. I don't know.
But I mean, what about what happened after? The fight. You managed to kill a guy. Good job.
Is
No,
that,
good
really
job.
is that really something to be happy about?
Well, you defended yourself is what I mean.
Yeah. I did that.
I don't know what you want me to say. You talk to me all the time about how you want to, like, contribute and prove that you can do something, and then there you go, you did something, and now you don't seem happy about it. I don't know what to make of that.
It's a job. I don't know. Like, yes, I want to do stuff like that because I want to help people, and I know that's involved. If going to involve, sometimes going to involve this kind of work. I don't have to enjoy it or be happy about it.
I'm not exactly. I know how it sounded. I'm not exactly happy about killing people either. Especially given the looks I got about being a killing machine. I am.
I saw the way your tail was wagging when they said you can become a killing machine with that spine thing.
That's not wagging. That was vibration. That was a different fucking thing. First of all, I don't like killing people. It's my job and I'm good at it. It's a difficult thing to do. It's like rock climbing, you know? You can get to the top and be like, well, that fucking sucked, but like, look what I did.
Yes, taking someone's life is like climbing a rock. That's what you're saying?
Thorn suddenly looks a little weird. I mean, look, you walk around with a sword and a gun. What did you want to do with them?
I'm not saying it's not necessary. I'm saying it's, I guess I just think that since it maybe this sort of thing needs to be done with the gravity it comes with. I see, there's so many people out there on the streets who talk about body counts. It's not just a sex thing; it's natural, literal body counts, and it just always seems so dispassionate and gross.
Well, there's that look in their face again. The "how much should I say" look in their face. But again, I don't like killing people, and I don't want you to kill people. It's just nice to know that if someone was threatening you, that they would not win. That's what I'm proud of. Is that?
I mean, that makes sense. Protecting
Like,
people is important.
I don't like when I say body count. I mean you know what body count I mean. I don't count that stuff. It's not.
I'm not saying you. I'm not blaming you for it. I'm saying just in general. There's just at some point, the act of killing someone has just kind of become normalized in a way that is just sort of weird to me.
They look real uncomfortable all of a sudden. And again, there's the "how much should I say" look in their face, but they're not saying anything.
And I'm not trying to judge you for that. If you have... I mean, I don't know enough to judge anyway.
I don't take pleasure in it. I don't. I swear. I swear on that much.
I'm
Like,
assuming, though, that you've been through a lot. And I can only assume that because you won't tell me. I've seen you get into fistfights. I've seen you defend my honor. I've seen you, that's how we met. But I don't think I've ever fully seen what you can do until these last couple of days. Taking out almost an entire gang by yourself without them even noticing you were there. Speeding around at the RCL, tearing them apart as well with blinding speed, and you want more of it now with this prototype.
You're acting like I'm greedy, but like, Neon, I've never met anyone faster than me before. I've never met anyone faster than me before. Ever. Not even psychos. I can move. And what happens if this experimental technology is a bit more pervasive than we think? What is the problem if we run into another one of those fucking things and I can't land a blow on it?
We got by. Eventually.
Oh. It's funny, I say we get by money-wise, but then you want to take edge running jobs because you want to do more than get by, and then I want to do more than just get by ability-wise, and suddenly it's not as understandable on that point. Cherry almost died. You do realize that, right? She was one hit away from dying, and that wasn't from the Cyberpsycho. That was just from some guys.
I know. And you think you could be if you were faster, you could change that?
One of us will drop. Wouldn't it be kind of nice to have a little security just knowing that if they tried some shit like that, they just couldn't. You're worried about me getting hurt, about me getting punches landed on me. You wouldn't have to be concerned about that if they can't get a fucking hit on me. And most of the time, they can't.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you just losing yourself in these things. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Dexy. But you see how she is. All that chrome and replacement parts, everything. She's so distant, and it's taken me years to learn the very, very subtle movements that she has in her face to read what she's thinking. And I don't say anything because that's what she wanted, and that's who she is, and that's fine. That she's happy, and she seems happy for all intents and purposes. But I don't want. But you're so energy. That's what I like about you. I don't want to lose that, and I worry
When
that
you say full of life, they look, again, a bit uncomfortable.
I don't want you to lose that part of who you are. And I don't know if Dexy's right. I don't know if the cyberpsychosis thing is just a huge conspiracy about involving, people, governments, and whatnot, AIs, or whatever she talks about. Maybe she's right. Maybe it is just a cover-up. Maybe it is just something that it's not as bad as everyone said it out to be, but it's there. It's still a thing we deal with. I don't know. I just worry about you a lot. I'm not worried about you getting hurt or dying or not doing your job right, however you want to say it. I'm worried about your mental health. Where are you hurting yourself?
When you say hurting yourself, Thorn looks at you like they're trying to suss out whether you mean figuratively or literally.
I figured. I just. There are certain rabbit holes I don't want you to go down. I wouldn't want you to go down. And I worry that in the process of you trying to protect me and protect everyone else around you, that you're going to lose yourself.
I know you're not worried about me dying, but I'm worried about me dying. And there's no greater form of losing me than that. So yes, you do have to think about sometimes, and I have to think about how much of me is worth sacrificing for a bit of security, but you also have to think about, where is the line? Do you want some of me, or do you want none of me? Because you are risking having none of me.
I want all of you, but you won't give that to me.
They look hurt. They look like that really hurt to hear right now.
We've been dating for a year now, and I've loved it. Every single day. but I don't know who you are. Not really. I tried to talk to you about your family, about your friends, about your life back in Britain, and you brush me off every single time. I try to talk to Tagger about it. He says, "Oh, refer to you." He won't even say anything either. As far as I don't know, are you part of some Black Ops covert conspiracy thing that you can't talk about? I know that sounds crazy, but
You say that.
Neon,
and you
give
say
me
that
a
sounds
human
crazy.
perception roll.
Oh, yeah. Is there some kind of bluff check I need to make, or you just have a DC in mind?
I have a DC in mind.
Okay.
well,
Thorn keeps a straight face as you say that, but you see a split second where the eyes reflexively divert before they're aware they did that and they snap back.
I know that might sound crazy, but it's crazy, right?
They hesitate a little too long before going, yeah. Look, I know you want to get to know me, but I mean, and I get you go with topics that are obvious, but the things you ask me just don't have anything to fucking do with me, right? I don't know most of all my friends. I don't do most of the things I do, and my family's got nothing to do with me.
But they're part of you. They made you.
They... Thorn stops. They look like they have to take a breath before they say anything. They didn't make me, Neon. I made me. They didn't have anything to fucking do with any kind of person that I am now. They were just some random useless souls that did everything but fucking dump me into the world with nothing but my bootstraps, essentially. I walked away from them willingly. They were not good people. I do not miss them. And I do not want to be associated with them. The only thing they fucking gave me was a last name, and I gave it back for a reason. Do not imply in any way, shape, or form that I got anything out of them, because I didn't. Got it? And they have this tone in their voice, this look in their eye, like they're really like, you pressed a nerve you really should not have pressed. They look genuinely very upset right now.
Neon sort of instinctually kind of backs off a bit, like flinches and backs away a little bit.
Okay.
That's not what I meant. I mean it is, but it's... They obviously hurt you and traumatized you one way or another. That's what I mean. They had an effect on you. So did my parents.
They are nothing to me, Thorn says, like a liar.
Fine. I don't really care if you hate your parents. That's fine. Most trans people do anyway, so I'm used to that. That's fine. Whatever. It's just, that's what I mean though. I didn't even know that was a trigger until just right now. You bit my head off for just even insinuating that you had a connection to your parents.
I have told you many times that I don't want to talk about my family. I have said that is a limit. You have gone to them. I have given you little hints at everything. I've never given you a cent of my family. I may not be that empathetic, but I feel like that should be pretty fucking clear.
Hey. Sorry. I'm just worried about you. And you make all the jokes about seeing other people and stuff or everything with the contraceptive thing and all that, and I get it. But I don't even know what I'm doing right now. You're the only really the only person I've ever dated. Like, yes, I had a thing with Venom back in the day. It didn't go anywhere. We hung out, you know, we were together for a little bit, but her and I didn't really do anything much. And then, you know, all the stuff with the prison thing happened, and then and then you. I've tried, we talked about this, I've tried so many times to try and find people, to try and date people, to try and figure it out. You know, you would think, you know, just because I'm some hotshot fucking singer now doesn't mean people like me. Because obviously they don't, because I haven't found anyone aside from you.
I've told you, looking doesn't work. You gotta just wait, you know? And sometimes when you are a hotshot singer, as much as people think that's gonna be a lot easier, that just kind of makes you intimidating, if anything.
It wasn't for you. I don't know how to handle multiple people at once. I know if I can. I would be willing to try. But, like... not right now.
Look, the whole thing of don't go fucking anybody else for the first 3 months, don't go seriously messing around with anybody for the first 6, don't actually enter a serious relationship for the first year. Those are just rules of thumb. If you don't feel secure enough in our relationship right now, we can just walk it back. If you only want to share me casually for a little while longer, just to get a little... I am admittedly being a little more slow to open than I was before. It would make sense. I mean, are you okay with me being casual as long as I know to come home every night, if that makes any sense? Or
I don't know. Yes. I just wanted to get to know you more. I already know that I love you.
Thorn looks a bit taken aback about that. Is that the first time you've said that? You think?
Probably.
Oh, they look a little clotheslined.
And that's why I'm so scared about all of this.
But you say you love me, but you also say you don't know me.
I know the person you are. I've seen it every time I'm with you. I know. I want to know you because I want to know all of you. I want to know everything about you. The good and the bad, what has made you this way into the person you are today. In the end of the day, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter because whoever you are now is what's important. And yes, and the person you are right now is the person I love. But I still wish I knew more about how you got that, how you came to this conclusion, how you became this person. I've seen you get upset, I've seen you get depressed, I've seen you disassociate. I've seen you anxious. I've never seen you curl up on Tagger the way you did that night.
Taga wasn't here when I was like that a few years ago. I
I thought I knew your relationship, but it seemed like way more intimate than I thought it was. I'm not saying. Not obviously. I'm not saying you're doing anything. I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Listen, he's not cagey with you because he knows I'm private. He's cagey with you because he doesn't actually know that much more than you do. Me and Tagar are more intimate and more familiar because he has literally been around me longer. He's been around me for like 7 years now. He just learned by osmosis who I was.
You understand that saying that your friend of yours is 7 years doesn't know who you are either. It just makes that kind of worse, right?
He knows who I am. He just can't put it into words because I've never put it into words before. He knows me intuitively. Also, we fucked the same girl like multiple times. You get to know a guy.
A girl, I have no idea who she is.
You don't.
You talk about all of your body counts. And you're pretty explicit about them. Which is fine. Some of it's pretty funny. Not that one.
Siobhan was. Again, they're calculating. Siobhan was different than any other girl.
Is she like me?
they laugh. Like the answer is obviously no. But then they kind of catch themselves like they realize that might hurt your feelings. She's who they don't say anything else solely because they get stuck in that, oh god, what should I tell her?
And I'm asking, let me be clear. I'm asking you out of genuine curiosity, not some kind of jealousy or something of whoever this person is.
No. She was nothing like you. You are like a girl or two that I became very close with. You're not like her. I don't think you want to be like her.
Did she hurt you?
No. Of course no. No. I have had partners who hurt me, not her. Never. She made me feel like I was everything.
That's how I make you feel.
She was. You can see this look in their face, like they're calculating, but it's getting to a point of they're using every ounce of effort they can possibly do to say something. Like, they are really genuinely trying to give you something to work with. And eventually they just get to, she was fierce. Very fierce. She would not have blinked about killing somebody the way you did.
No.
She didn't take pleasure in it. It wasn't about pleasure. She was completely agnostic to that. It wasn't also a bad thing to her. It was a tool. It was useful to her in certain circumstances. And so she was very, very good at it. And it made sense given her principles. But it's very obvious that that's not the route you want to go. That's what I mean.
Maybe.
And that's who I learned it from. That's why I say I don't take pleasure in this, because it's really not about that. It's, even if I did. I do what I think is necessary. Nothing more, nothing less.
How do I? I just make sure that I ground myself in what I'm doing. I know you didn't like the way I handled that woman. But that's my principles.
I never said I didn't like how you handled it. Like I said, it's not about what I like. Really, you want to know something about me? Something fundamental? It's not about what I like. Just every assumption you could possibly come up with, take what I'm liking or what I dislike out of that equation. Because it's never about that. It's just, if she, not everybody deserves that. And if she wastes it, it's going to be kind of devastating.
The risk I have to take.
Do you... never mind.
And as we cut from that conversation, Grouch and X1 have made it back to his apartment. And just when they are, getting ready to... It's still fairly... at this point, it's probably still fairly early in the evening with the way the schedule worked for the day. So it's probably still only like 7, 8 o'clock early afternoon. But as you guys get in, X1, you look down at your deck and you see that email alert is blinking again.
Ooh. Right. I'm assuming it's the Oracle, so boop.
Okay. You open it up and you have another email from Oracle. And you open it up. The email address, untrackable.
Right.
The body of the email says, "Wake the fuck up, Netrunner. I've got a job for you."
Fuck yeah.
And we
All
cut
right.
there.
Let's
Fuck yeah.
go.
Let's go. I'm stoked.
And chat. First off, before we do anything else,
Wake the fuck up, samurai.
there you go. Shiny had
Sorry,
my
that
back on
conversation
that one.
went.
No,
That conversation went a little more meandery than we thought it would.
It went as long as it needed to, and that's why I don't put time limits on them, because the scene needs to go as long as the scene needs to go. I am a good enough writer to know that. But what I need right now is I need a 1d6 roll from both Thorn and from Neon. I'm going to let you re-roll those. Those didn't count. Try it again. Those rolls sucked. Try new dice.
Uh-oh.
Better.
Hey.
There you
There we
go. That's
There
what
we
you
go.
needed. 6s each. Okay, so the two of you each have 6 additional IPs that you will be able to spend on whatever skills you want. because those cards got played. And chat, start telling me who you want to give a fate point to. Do you give it to Neon for the talk and for being recognized in public twice? Do you give it to Sunburst for the talk and also looking at some, cyberspine? Do you give it to Morgoth for it's cursed, it's evil, and that was some awesome roleplay? Or do you give it
the black spot? The black spot.
The black spot. Or do you give it to Bacon for trying to keep everyone together? And while you guys are typing those out, if the four of you can the closing housekeeping, that would be swell. It is now both in the Discord where it was and also in a journal entry in the journal entry section under housekeepings. So you have choice.
I'm jumping on it. I'm jumping. I'm going. All models in this game built with HeroForge. Each player built their own models. All of the models shown in the series can be found in the HeroForge community by HeroForge subscribers by searching in the 2025 tab.
Maps used in this series are by Solution, Chepeku, VD Cyber, Frag Maps, and the R. Talsorian Game website.
The music played during the show is from such artists such as Tabletop Audio, Karl Casey, at White Bat, Neon Shudder, Kenshiro Plus, Gregorio Franco, Mangadrive, Quine, and See Thomas Howl. Quine,
you got it. Check out this and other shows at
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Do you want to do your closing housekeeping, or do you want me to take it for you?
I'll try it.
Go for it.
Please check out this and other shows at twitch.tv/singlestepgaming, at youtube.com @singlestepgaming. Remember the @ symbol, it's important. On Blue Sky @singlestepgaming. And check out our merch store for fun campaign-related merchandise. Head to singlestepgaming-shop.fourthwall.com. And keep in mind, Twitch subs get a discount on all merchandise.
Okie doke. Shiny, you said Thorn, then you said Neon. So I'm guessing you're going with Neon?
They bought me a fate point with peanuts, and then they voted me.
Got you. That's what I missed. Okay, cool. Because I can't see those at the moment. Okay, so the fate point was for Thorn and a vote for Neon. So that is 1 freebie for Thorn, 2 votes for Neon, 2 votes for Morgoth. Does anybody else want to put in a vote either for Morgoth or Neon, or do we have to do it battle dice style?
Did my vote count? Mind you, I voted for both of them, but still.
Well, Morgoth just broke the tie, so.
Yeah.
There you
There you go. Jerk. All right, so no, because Morgoth had. Oh no, he hadn't voted before. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's 1 for Thorn, 1 for Neon, and everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties tonight. They were weird, weren't they?
Gary.
Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you guys have had fun. Make sure you're back again. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you're back next Saturday. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, tell your friends, do all the things. And everybody else, thank you. Catch the rest of our shows, and we're going to bounce. And everybody have a good night. Bye.
Good night, everybody.